Tonight's matchup features two of the hottest offenses in the Big South. It's the Charleston Southern Buccaneers and the Campbell Fighting Camels. Thank you for joining us courtside here with Heather Ireland. I'm Evan Budrovich. Charleston Southern has won all four of their matches in straight set sweeps. Campbell had started that trend, but a loss at Winthrop in their last matchup. How are these teams playing so well this time of the year?
Right now, they're just keeping that momentum going. They start out strong. They are not playing from behind. They're really just controlling the game from the very get-go, up until, of course, that second of the series at Winthrop for Campbell.
Charleston Southern is led by a fantastic sophomore middle blocker, Paige Rieger. What makes her so special?
It's her size, her incredible length. She's 6'5", so when she goes up to the net, she's able to get those blocks, and she also has a swing that can return it quite well for those points. 4.7
kills is set for Rieger. That's a tough player to stop. For Campbell, the sophomore outside Layla Green, how does she get it done on both ends of the court?
She has had 4 double-doubles already this season. That's double digits in kills, double digits in digs, offense, defense. She's making an impact on both sides.
These sophomore standouts make for a unique matchup here in the conference standings. High Point, the top dogs right now at 6-0, but with no conference tournament, how vital is tonight's matchup?
As we've been talking about, that undefeated sweep that Charleston Southern has going, they have to keep that up. They have to catch High Point if they want a chance at that #1 spot. On the other hand, Campbell has to win out at this point, and they have to start with this game.
Campbell to serve first. This is Emily Mitter, the sophomore out of Redondo Beach, California, and away we go. First swing and an opening point for Charleston Southern. That's Indigo Young.
Put it down there, right there in the middle. Nice clean shot.
Indigo with the nickname Yo-Yo, according to head coach David McFatrick. In our conversation this week, he had so many nicknames for this team.
I believe he said everyone on the team had a nickname.
Saracala's first swing of the match is dug out by the libero, Elle Mcfatrick, the daughter of the head coach, and another point. First swing for Peyton Thompson. This 4-0 start, unprecedented for Charleston Southern. 5 years since they've been off to this quick of a start, and a team that was picked 7th in the preseason poll.
They've really come out strong and surprised a lot of people, especially based on that poll. That's an unfortunate inability to return right there.
Emma Minnick with the ace. She's out of Radford, Virginia, went to high school at Radford High School, 2 minutes away from Radford University, elected to go down to the beach. And here she is as one of the best setters in this conference.
I can't blame her going for the beach.
You're a palm tree fan yourself.
Very much so. Nice little touch.
Thompson cross court is denied by Wilson.
Could not get through that block. They were up and ready for her.
Campbell enters this match second in opponent kill percentage, the fewest they give up. And here's Layla Green, the sophomore we mentioned, her coming in out of Bakersfield, California. That was the challenge for Green, avoiding those service errors. A good one that time. Leaving it off for Kala for the kill.
And that serve looked a little long too as well, but they played it. We were able to get the point.
Layla Green and the Camels at the service line, second in aces in the conference. Back set to Young, off the head of Wilson.
Great hustle there.
Fector couldn't clear it over. Not much you can do if you're Haley Wilson right off the noggin.
That was quite a distance that she was needed to get to go.
Now here is a big move for Charleston Southern. Ashley Holweger is back out of Springsboro, Ohio. She had not played in any match coming into tonight. Last year, 109 assists. Big threat for the Buccaneers. Off to Cook. Mistake by Minnick, and the freshman's first kill. We asked Greg Gorel about Chloe Cook winning 3 Freshman of the Week awards, and how would that change her mindset? It's all business for Chloe.
Very much so. She was very strong even in high school. She's come in very strong here this season. He was impressed, but not surprised.
We asked her, did an ego come in, or a little bit of excitement? He said she's all business, back to work, and a huge roof up the middle. Young and Thompson combined.
straight down. Put it right down.
Here's Paige Rieger. We mentioned the middle blocker entering this matchup. The most kills per set in the Big South. This is a very tall Charleston team.
6'5" right there at the net.
Cook goes over the block and tools it for the point.
They were talking about preparing for Rieger with the assistant coach, Coach Ryan Mason, with his height as well, trying to get them used to being there at the net.
He's 6'6". He said his arm was about as tired as any week in his career as a coach. There's Thompson, the lefty, knocking it down for the kill. Peyton Thompson was a gift to Charleston Southern, a transfer from South Florida who actually called Coach McFatrick, wanted to move to South Carolina and found a new home here for the Buccaneers.
Yes, entered the transfer portal and actually reached out to Charleston Southern about a day or so, maybe before they were going to reach out to her.
Melody Page with a touch of the net. This whole Charleston team, 8 players that had to replace from last year's roster that finishes a 6th seed in the league. What a nice job with the cohesiveness of this group.
Coach McFatrick was talking about that when we met with him earlier, and he says that they're very tight-knit. It's impressive with having to replace so many, whereas Campbell only had to replace 1.
That was an all-conference hitter in Alina Heath, and they filled the void quickly. Nice dump, dug out by Factor.
Scramble trying to get it back.
Rieger, 6'5", putting it down.
Right off the knee. There's nothing you could do after that angle, right to the floor.
Making sure the substitutions are in order. Layla Sarvis comes in to serve. Rieger last year, Coach McFatrick said she was good. Now she's great. How has that changed?
She's just really come into her own on this team. Again, getting used to the cohesiveness of the team, getting used to the structure and the play. She's really found her spot out there.
Minor, a long set to Green. Good dig by McFatrick.
Whew.
And there's Rieger soaring the net.
That was a scramble, but they got it.
Green down the line for the point.
Right off the shoulder, elbow, it was something, just a little off angle.
While Rieger gets the credit for 4.7 kills a set, Green is the second most efficient hitter in the conference.
That's correct, and you can see why. When she gets that speed, that momentum, and that angle, there was nothing Charleston Southern could do.
Indigo Young, the dig goes to us, and a point for the Buccaneers.
Couldn't return that one, Evan?
I protected the TV equipment. That's the most important part. Greg Gorel mentioned coming into this match, slowing down Charleston. They wanted to make them take awkward angled hits and not their consistent pace. How's that look so far?
Right now, they are trying to not let them control and dictate the speed of the game. They've really been able to get some rallies going. That was something that Coach Gorel said he was really focusing on, and so far, they're staying up with them.
Indigo Young with a net violation. As now our head referee, James Stickinger, talks to Randy McLam, our lead umpire. So Campbell had started 5-0, had not dropped a set all season until this past Sunday, losing 4 sets at Winthrop. What was the mindset like at practice for the Campbell squad?
Going in this week, they were disappointed, but they didn't focus on the Winthrop series. They were very strong leading into it, but short memory. They had to have amnesia and get ready to go again.
So here's the play that's being discussed. Whether that was an issue of a net violation, that does not seem to be the case. Here we are, one rotation through. Charleston Southern an 8-7 lead. Indigo Young, the dig and the swing. These are two of the best at limiting opponents.
So close to the net there.
Yeah, and Mitter's call for the violation.
that momentum, there wasn't much else she could do there.
How about
Nowhere
these
to go.
opposing hit percentages? Against Charleston, 120. Against Campbell, 116. Those are 2 of the top 10 in the country.
That's very strong. We are watching very good volleyball here.
A service error for Elle Mcfatrick. Layla Green coming off her 4th double-double. Already has a kill tonight. And delivers a long serve.
That was an issue I believe Coach Gorel said was at Winthrop. She had about 6 service errors, a little long.
Here's Gabby Nanaseni out of Mililani, Hawaii.
Aloha.
Ashley Holweger, what a nice piece back. 17th in career assists in Charleston Southern history. Chloe Cook goes cross court. Thompson on a deep set, misses the back line.
Good vision to duck and just let that go out.
Haley Wilson having a breakout senior campaign out of California from San Diego. Tough return, tight angle. Page plays it at the net. The dump is dug out by Cook.
One more shot.
And Cook got a fingertip on it. No, she did not. Point Charleston Southern. Will Greg Gorel challenge this here?
Three challenges allowed per match. Looks like he's holding on to it.
11-9 Charleston Southern. This is Elle Mcfatrick, the daughter of the head coach.
Nice light touch.
And 10 there for Charleston Southern. Point Chloe Cook. You're allowed 15 substitutions per set. Liberos can free enter. And here's Maddie Miner to serve, the senior out of Michigan. Rager's second swing dug out by Fector. Cooked into the block, and Thompson's been busy at the net.
Caught it with her chest, almost her face. But number one there for Campbell. Not much else she could do.
Thompson on the serve. Back set to Cook. Into the body of Mcfatrick for the point.
Campbell still trailing by 1.
Nice set. Fager into the net. Really the first time Rieger's had an off-balance swing tonight.
You could see it on Rieger's face right after it went into the net. She felt it, that disappointment.
Here's Chloe Cook, the 3-time freshman of the week in the conference. First time ever Campbell's had that happen.
As a line drive serve.
What makes that so difficult to return?
The angle. There is just so little you can do.
Great effort by Holweger to keep it alive.
That free ball coming back.
Green off balance, got a fingertip. No, out of bounds. Point Charleston Southern, the effort of Ashley Holweger.
And Thompson pulled back. She almost went for it on Charleston Southern, but she recognized.
Charleston Southern has not played in 2 weeks, but this team is fired up in set 1.
They're ready to go. They had a bye week, then they've had a break in practicing, but
look at this effort,
the momentum.
Ashley Holweger all the way to the back of the, man. Someone's excited for her first match of the season. Green bumps it over. There's Indigo Young down line. Melody Page had to reach for that. Point Charleston Southern.
That could have been light touch, but definitely was still strong. And Holweger is probably bringing a lot of the momentum here with, as you say, her first match. She's excited to get out there.
Out of Springboro, Ohio, back and ready to go. Green in system for the kill. Very even match in this first set. What have you noticed so far?
There aren't too many long rallies one way or the other. They really are just matching each other, as you say. Strong placements.
Back set to Rieger. Cross court is out. Point Campbell. Paige Rieger first in the conference in kills, top 10 in the country. So far, 2 early kills. Targeting Young on the serve. Thompson a rocket defector. Minor out to Green. That's a double touch. Point Charleston Southern. Timeout in set 1. Buccaneers up early. Matchup of 2 of the top teams in the conference on ESPN+.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities,
in our state, and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
Elle Mcfatrick, year 2 here at Charleston Southern. How about this turnaround? Got the team to 6 conference wins last year. A chance to match it here this weekend.
He's really come out strong in his career here at Charleston Southern, whereas on the other side you have Coach Gorel, 8th year here. Okay.
Buccaneers up by 1 after our media timeout. There's Angelica Russen out of Poland on the serve. Wilson hits it right past her.
That's a really tight set, very close to the net, but Wilson was able to handle it quite well.
Russen is what Coach Mcfatrick calls one of his favorite players out of Poland. Met the family over Zoom, brought him over for a recruiting trip, and it was sold right away.
Some differences in play style for European versus American, I believe he also mentioned.
Nice block by Kala at the net. Already 5 lead changes in this first set. The all-time series, you guessed it, even at 21 apiece.
Good dig.
Back set to Wilson for the point. Haley Wilson has upped her hit percentage now to 2nd best in the conference. When she started as a freshman, a multiple-time Freshman of the Week player, with some huge strides here in year 4.
She was very strong there. Thompson for Charleston Southern, she was ready, just out of place. Had no movement for it.
Off-balance swing from that time. Thompson from the back row, a missile. Indigo Young into the chest defector. Green's turn with a soft touch. Finds the floor.
And that's what they needed to change up that tempo. Those were some very fast and hard returns.
Timeout, Charleston Southern. And Heather, what has changed in this 4-0 run for Campbell?
Again, they took the momentum back. So what we just saw there, changing up the tempo, saying, hey, there's an opening there. They're expecting us to hit back hard. Campbell said, go for the easy touch.
Greg
got the easy
Gorel told
placement.
us after the loss on Sunday, the hardest part of adjusting to that match was not the loss. It was having Monday as an off day, getting used to the regular schedule of the season. What have you liked about his team's performance tonight?
They haven't really let it affect them. He did mention they're having games days that they weren't normally in regular season pre-2021-2020 schedules. So their off day wasn't a true off day. As you said, they were in class. But they still came back, got ready. Here they are, come out strong.
This is a 4-0 Campbell run started by their defense and coming alive here.
Great hustle, great dives there. There it was, right there. She just put it in that open hole.
There we go. The clocks are all lined up. Emily Mitter back to serve. Block in the middle. That's Wilson.
That was a great read by Haley Wilson to be able to go up, be right there. She anticipated that perfectly. 2
kills and 2 blocks for the senior. There's a service error by Emily Mitter. An area that Greg Gorel mentioned to us wanted big improvement upon for his team. You have to manage getting those aces and also the errors as well.
There needs to be that balance. You're going to have service errors, but you need to be able to recover from it and get those points back.
Greg Gorel mentioned 8 to 10 in play as his magic number. Green into the net, point Charleston Southern. Here's Emma Minnick, who's had a rock star career, 10.2 assists per set. That leads the entire Big South. Kala in system, gets a touch.
You could see when she wound up for that, it was going strong.
You see the Buccaneers arguing the call. Do they have a point? Was there a touch at the net?
With the speed and momentum of that hit, it's hard to tell.
Here comes our challenge, so let's see. A chance to see if Thompson got a piece of that swing from Sarah Kala.
A fingertip, fingernail, whatever it takes.
Who has 3 matches this year in double-figure kills. She's looking for her second. Let's see what James Stitchinger sees. Is there a call to be made here?
Has to be enough to actually overturn the call.
This is a crucial point as well, because that would make it 20 to 17. Could really swing this match here in the first.
Campbell does very well when they are the first to hit 20. They have a very high percentage in taking those matches.
Okay, Heather, you be the judge. Was there contact from Thompson?
That is a close call. Here's a different angle for us. It looks like it might have gone between the hands.
This is our best look right here. Thanks for slowing that down in the crew. Any change of direction of the ball or any spin on it?
Does a ponytail count?
Technically, yes. Hair is part of the body according to the NCAA. So make it a 3-point difference. The longer this call takes, the more you think it might be overturned.
Correct, and at this point in the set, as you mentioned, every point is critical.
Here's our official decision from James Stitchinger.
Is it going to be the ponytail?
And the call is no touch at the net. So a huge change here for Charleston Southern.
That definitely gives them the momentum back.
David McFatrick trusting Peyton Thompson at the net. Critical call.
Absolutely.
Because?
Because that would have been a very strong momentum change for Campbell. But Peyton Thompson, she was there, missed that touch, and now they get the serve back.
Kala slides in, gets contact, point Campbell.
Ella was bound and determined to get that point. If she wasn't going to get it on the last attack, she was going to get it now.
Campbell hitting 161 in this set. Charleston Southern a negative hit percentage through set one. Young does not get a piece. Point Campbell.
Went wide down the line for that.
What affected her on that shot?
The back set might have been a little off just for the angle she was going for. Didn't seem like a strong side for her.
Long run for Minnick. Finds Thompson with a cross-court swing. Green from the back row touches the floor.
She is not disappointed this game. Green has still come out as strong as she's been, and she's been getting those double-doubles.
Timeout, Charleston Southern. Campbell 3 points from set one. So these two offenses red hot coming in. Yet tonight, it's been a defensive-minded first set. How about the change in styles for these two?
There's been a lot of hustle on the defense, as you say, scrambling for the digs, the passes. There's been a lot. And so if they just need to keep it up and keep the defensive play at this point, Campbell is still winning points even with the defense, and now they have the momentum. Here's a look at there. Even from the back, Layla Green comes in strong, gets that kill right there.
After the crucial call to make it 20-18, a 2-0 Campbell spurt. Now 3 points away from the set. Green, who is second in this conference in kills per set, behind Paige Rieger to serve.
Every serve is crucial right here.
Minnick, Thompson, Factor the dig. Cook, cross court. Nicely done by Sarvis.
High pop.
Indigo Young on a tight angle touches the floor.
Just couldn't get there fast enough. Number 3 made the dive for it for Campbell, but it was an open placement.
Indigo Young, that right side, such a key piece. All three of their top hitters, nearly 4 kills a set. Made her the bump set to Kala. Mcfatrick forced to touch it deep to Thompson, who finds the back corner.
Right there in the back, no one was that deep for Campbell. Went right over the back row.
3 straight points for Charleston Southern. Timeout, Campbell.
A run like that at this point in the set, every point matters.
Charleston Southern had a pause in their program till the 1st of March. Just came back on Monday night for practice, so a short week leading up to this game. They've looked very fresh tonight.
They have, and you can talk about how maybe they were out of practice, but fresh legs do help. There was that dive from Cook on Campbell. Strong swing there by Peyton Thompson back into that far corner.
Thompson hitting 100. That's the best hit percentage for Charleston tonight. 3 early kills.
Looks good in real time or slowed down. It's kill's a kill.
What's it going to take for either of these teams to close out set one?
At this point, they're battling point by point. It is, you have to win by 2. So it depends on if Campbell can get it back here. They need to side out and start racking up points.
Ashley Holweger to serve.
And she has the freshest legs of all.
Led this team in aces last year.
Play it off the net.
Mitter to Kala. Campbell 2 points from the set.
Everyone went for that, but there was no touching it. It was straight down.
When the preseason player of the year gets going, that's tough to stop.
Yes.
Back set to Thompson. Mitter in the back row. Someone has to save it.
Looks like a little bit of miscommunication there. Who was going to get that?
Melody Page can't get to it. Kill for Gabby Nanaseni.
The net was not working with Campbell right there.
And crucial because Paige Rager can now check in on this rotation. Here's Elle Mcfatrick, who played club volleyball for her mother, now playing with her dad at the collegiate level. Chance for CSU. Rager, no touch. Point Campbell.
Had quite a bit of spin on that. Hit went right out of bounds.
Set point here in the first. And Maddie Miner to serve.
Senior leader here on the Campbell team.
Nice dive by Holweger. Nanaseni into the roof, and Page secures the first set. Campbell 25-21 as we head to set 2 here on ESPN+.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate, peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop. Shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop. Shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Pepsi Wild Cherry.
Tired of cooking at home? Change it up without getting up. Just order Jersey Mike's through our app for no contact delivery or no contact at the door pickup. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Campbell, a set 1 win, 25-21. The first set loss for Charleston Southern in this young season. They opened up the year 4-0, all with sweeps. Reminder, fans, Hercules Tires is the official tire of the Big South Conference. For over 65 years, they've been providing tires with an unbeatable quality and an unmatched value, so they say. Whatever the vehicle and whatever the terrain, Hercules Tires invites you to ride on our strength. If you're Charleston Southern, Heather, your first set loss of the year, how do you look to bounce back in set 2?
They have to have amnesia with this. They have to come back strong and realize that it's best out of 3, best out of 4, best out of 5. You have to keep going, keep fighting until the whole match is called.
Not only the first set loss, but the first set that Charleston has had a negative hit percentage this year. What did Campbell do so well to affect their attack?
Defensively, they just came back strong. They were scrambling. There were athletic dives, athletic digs. Campbell wasn't going to let an easy placement get by them.
11 digs for Claire Fector to lead the squad. It's her third straight double-double. And you do wonder how motivated a team that was picked third in the poll in the preseason after losing their first match, looking to come back and bounce back today.
Campbell working on their rotation right now. Getting ready to start second set.
Not your fastest set of substitutions on the year.
Had to wait a second and figure out exactly what we were waiting on.
What we do know is that the libero, Elle Mcfatrick, comes in to serve. She's from Sarasota, Florida. Minner back set to Wilson, who punches it. That's an illegal touch, a lift on Wilson. Mcfatrick was called the greatest gift that her father David could ever have as coaching his daughter. Service error for her this time.
He said it was very fortunate for them that it worked out, that she's able to have played for her mother and her father now, various levels.
David Mcfatrick, who previously stopped at Mississippi State, he worked with an all-time great, Peyton Harris, the all-time digs leader for the Bulldogs. He feels like his trio of liberos can do the same, as here's an ace for Campbell.
Layla Green with the ace and went down for the dig, went right out. Headed for the scorer's table.
Another dangerous serve from Green, forcing Holweger to clear it over. Cook goes cross court and the kill.
Charleston Southern, they knew that they weren't going to run into the stands to get that.
How about Chloe Cook? 4 kills, hitting .333 in this match.
Anything over 200 is good. .333, very impressive.
Green the dig on the middle, then Thompson the denial. What's impressed you about Peyton Thompson at the net today?
She has been there, very strong. She reacts quickly, very heads-up plays.
Thompson's called Southie on this team. From South Carolina, if you're wondering. Kala off the double, tools the block for the point.
Charleston Southern was there, ready to block her. Not much you can do with that.
4 kills for Kala. In system set to Rieger, denied by Page. Not easy blocking a 6'5" medal.
No, Page definitely knew that she had the support there of her team as well. They all went up there at the net. Have to hold strong.
Minnick goes middle, and the mistake from Minner results in a point.
Went right over Wilson's head.
Paige Rieger hit negative .375 in that first set. How does she get going? How do they feed her more in set 2?
She did have some issue hitting into the net. You did see that. She needs to get focused, get her angle correct. Really just get over the net.
Minner in system to Kala. Now Charleston Southern rolls right back. Dig by Page, and the touch is over for Kala. Excellent play by Minner to set it all up.
Those were a lot of reactionary hits, punches, just trying to keep it alive. But it really worked out for Campbell there. 5
kills for Kala. She's looking for a 4th match in double figures on the year. Thompson from the back. Cook rises and beats the block.
Charleston Southern on the defense, they didn't seem to really have a strong idea of which hitter to really prepare for on that.
That's the perks of running a 5-2 with Maddie Miner and Emily Mitter, who have both combined for over 100 assists. Indigo Young with a nice cross-court swing to the back corner.
Just didn't hit the right angle there to return it back over the net.
That was Diana Chara, I should say. My apologies. Out of Columbia. The country of Columbia, not the city.
With an O.
Campbell insistent. Page blocked by Young. Cook, a big swing going cross-court.
Into the stands.
How about the power from the freshman from Texas?
Got it all the way up there into the stands where we actually do have spectators here in Gore Arena. That just started this week.
Does that change at all the mindset of a player in front of fans versus an empty arena?
They're actually able to hear crowd noise rather than just recorded crowd noise. It should affect them.
9-4 lead for Campbell here in set 2 after winning the first set 25-21 and a timeout for Charleston Southern. Campbell up 5 here in the second. Welcome back inside Gore Arena. Pepsi is proud to be the official beverage partner of the Big South. Campbell leading it 9-4 here in set 2. Drink a delicious, refreshing Pepsi today. Pepsi, that's what I like. You know what I like is the guy who got 2 cutouts of himself next to a ring. Quite an adventurous gift.
When you can't actually be at the game, you just have to go, you have to double down.
I'm thinking EA Sports in the game. Green keeps it in play. Nice pushover by Fechter.
Way to keep it between the antenna.
And then Chara puts the point away. Diana Chara, a junior out of Columbia, 3 straight matches in double figures.
Nice accent there, Evan.
Oh, there's more to it than just that. How about her play? What's impressed you?
She's been a very hard player for Campbell to return. We've seen that a lot. She has them dive to return, and they're just not able to do that.
Thompson cross-court dug out by Miner. Kate Menz to the back row.
Easy touch.
Bump set by Gross. Green gets hands. Point Campbell.
There is a hustle to go back and try and cover that far corner. She hit it just right.
So Layla Green hit .448 in her first match against Winthrop, then struggled in match 2. What have you noticed here tonight from Green?
She's been very strong. She has not been as consistent, perhaps, with actually transitioning and getting the kills, converting into those points. But she has still been very strong. Layla Green has come out with some momentum.
Peyton Thompson hit that last shot out of play. Long run for Minnick. Campbell's defense has made life very difficult for Charleston Southern. And another point, 12-5. We have a timeout here. David McFatrick wants to talk this over. And Heather, a Charleston team that was second in hit percentage in the league, is still at a negative hit percentage in this match. What has made it so difficult from Campbell's defense?
It's a lot of the returning, trying to get the ball back over the net on defense. As you've seen right there, the angle was off, went back into the net, wasn't able to play off the net there. There have been a lot of unlucky angles. Not to say that Campbell has not done an impressive job of setting up those angles well as they have.
These are two teams riding high levels into this matchup, but not what you'd expect based on the preseason poll. Sarah Kalla was named the preseason player of the year. No player for Charleston Southern that had to pick up 8 different options, including Brooke Monson, who was a first-team all-conference selection last year. What do you think about this team, and what do you think about Kalla at the top of that list?
It definitely makes sense why Kalla was put there at the top of the preseason poll. She's always had a very strong history, strong hit. But as you say, Charleston Southern was not represented on there, but they have really pulled themselves together, fought through this season. Coach McFatrick was talking about how they've even gone into games with only 8 players. So they've really had to come together and fight as a team, and that's helped them get here.
They've had the return of Ashley Holweger, one of the top setters in this conference. There's Clarinette Fector to serve. Targets Chara.
Might have gone out there, but it was played.
Back set to men's. That touch finds the floor.
It was almost like Charleston Southern slowed down. They all saw where it was going. They went for it, but weren't able to get to it.
Greg Gurl told us coming in they want to attack Charleston in the serve. It's made the passing much tougher for the Buccaneers. Chara over the double, bumped up by Gross, and she frees it across. One-on-one, Chara down the line.
Maddie Miner just took a hard hit there. Very strong attack.
Campbell won in straight sets when these teams last met in the conference tournament. It was a stark difference. Campbell had over 300 in that match. Charleston below 100. Very similar story tonight. An ace for Ashley Holweger.
That serve didn't skim the net, but it was getting very close. It was a low drive. Seemed to work out for her.
First match of the year for the junior setter. A team that has been ravaged by injuries, lost 2 setters in the first week of the season. And a bullet to Fector. Green off hands. Wilson in system, great scoop by Minnick. Nonaseni's shot scooped out by Fector. Gross to the floor. Miner to the back corner and down.
Right on the line. That was really good look by Miner to see that she needed to get it out. Everyone from Charleston Southern was there in the middle responding to the other attacks. She saw an opening there at the back, hit it perfectly. Another inch would have been out.
10th kill of the season for Miner. Puts it in a perfect position. Here's Nonaseni. Gets the hands of Fector for the point. So in set 1, the Buccaneers had a negative hit percentage. They've nearly doubled that in set 2, yet they trail by now 6.
They're still trying to get up into those double digits of the points as well.
They average hitting .243 in those first 4 matches, the second best hit percentage in the conference. And more importantly, 41st best in the country, only trailing Wisconsin. Wilson, an off-balance touch, causing trouble. Back set to Green, denied. Kalla, knocked down by the 6'5" middle, Paige Rieger.
She was looking for that cross cut, but the middle block was there. Put it back down on Campbell's side.
Third block for Rieger tonight. She hasn't been as effective swinging, but doing a nice job at the net.
Using her length. She definitely has that as an advantage at the net.
A 7-foot wingspan and an ace for Charleston Southern. That's Elle Mcfatrick on the serve.
And that's what I get for making a comment about double-digit points. They must have heard me. They went there.
Gross to the floor. Tight set for Wilson. Denied by Rieger.
That was good hustle there by Layla Green. She tried to keep it in play, but went under the net.
Timeout, Greg Gorel on a 4-0 Charleston Southern run. What has changed here for the Buccaneers?
Right now, they have taken control of the speed of the game. They're making Campbell scramble right now defensively. It's the same thing that Campbell was doing to Charleston Southern very recently. They've turned the table on them.
What have they done to turn the table?
The communication thing and just being able to be very clear and playing it away from the net. Campbell has had to play it a lot closer to the net with the placements, and that's been hard. We just saw with Layla Green going under rather than playing it up and being able to complete the return.
Thanks for joining us early in the second set. Geico is a proud sponsor of this ESPN Plus broadcast. We'll have more with the Geico halftime report coming up after set 2. A day where Winthrop has picked up a win this afternoon. They moved to 4-3 in the conference. The winner of this game sits in sole possession of second place. Oh, so important as everyone tries to catch High Point at the top.
Exactly. As we mentioned, there is no Big South Conference tournament, so whoever ends the season at top spot is going to get the NCAA tournament bid. So everyone right now chasing High Point, trying to take that #1 spot away from them.
Preseason favorites got 6 of the 9 votes from the corresponding coaches in the league. They're off to a great start. Charleston Southern, the diaper dandies of this league, showing off some spunk.
Single hand touches.
Peyton Thompson right down the middle.
She did not keep the trend up that Campbell had of just pushing it over. She went strong.
4th kill for Thompson, and now leads this team in points and kills tonight. It's a 5-0 spurt for the Buccaneers. Deep return by Gross. Green touches hands. Excellent scoop by Minnick.
Keeping it alive.
But into the net for Thompson.
Was not enough. Very good effort by Minnick. Thompson apparently just didn't have the timing right.
Campbell won set 1, 25-21, handing Charleston Southern their first set loss of the season. You do wonder how adversity will bring out the best of both these clubs as Thompson hits it long.
We were just talking about the strength of her attack, and there it was. You could see it with the distance that it got there.
Thompson, 45 kills, second best on the team behind Rieger. Back set to Thompson, second chance into the chest of Mitter. Kala off hands of Rieger for the point.
Kala was ready for that opportunity, played it just right, off the block.
Sarah Kala, a match-high 7 kills. Wilson got a piece, Green to the floor. I love that tumble when you can dive and bring yourself back up as Cook shoots it to the moon.
All the way across court, all the way out.
Size of Charleston Southern looking to cause trouble here in the second set where Campbell's hitting 240. Factor, easy return on the serve. Cook in rhythm. That goes over the net. Mitter bumps to Kala, who beats the block for the point. 7 kills for the all-conference standout.
Sarah Kala is using the Charleston Southern players against themselves to actually get her kills. Each of them have touched a Charleston Southern player in her recent points.
Excellent dig by Nanaseni. She gets a swing at it. Point Charleston Southern.
The defense was there for Campbell. The angle went to the Charleston Southern bench, actually, it looks like.
Nanaseni averaged 3 kills a set in the matchup against Radford. She's got her 2nd kill tonight. Here's Layla Sarvus to float it in. Cook off balance to the backside. Here's Chara. Excellent dig by Factor. Holweger is blocked, but the ball stays up for Chara.
Started to celebrate a little too early.
Denied by Paige Holweger, her 5th block.
That definitely turned very quickly for Campbell. You saw they almost started celebrating when they got that block before. Charleston Southern kept it alive, and they got the point from it.
Holweger's career high is 8 blocks, getting very close here in this set. Cook beats the defense for the kill. 8 kills for Cook.
Thompson got a hand on it, but she was going to return it, needed to have 2.
So Chloe Cook comes back from shooting one out of bounds to beating down line with that swing. How has she been able to adjust her attack tonight?
She realized the angles she's been able to adjust on the fly. It's very important for her to recognize and adjust her own style of play.
Chara, that gets sandwiched at the net. Cook again, good roll shot. Out to Chara, down line,
What a
returned
rally.
over. Crucial point in the second set. Minor goes long to Cook, off the hands of McFatrick.
Kept it alive.
And a point for Charleston Southern.
Players were sacrificing their bodies to keep that rally alive, it looked like, but it ended up going to Charleston Southern. And
Emma Minnick with the kill. You don't expect the setter to do it, but what a nice job.
the rally that long seemed like almost just about every player on both sides of the court probably got a hand on that.
Angelica Russen to serve. And Melody Page in system.
She reached right over that net, knocked it down. Charleston Southern thought they had a little more time to prepare for that.
Coach Craig Gorel says Melody Page is his most dynamic player at the net. Good example right there.
She saw an opportunity and she took it.
Long set to Chara. Cuts through the block of Page. CSU in set one hit -27. Here in set two, 9 kills. They've already surpassed their number and got that hit percentage up to 120.
They're climbing back up there. This has definitely been a stronger set for them. As it shows, they're only trailing by 3 now, and they're keeping the streak alive.
Down the pipe, Green misses long. 2-point game here in the second set.
It'll be interesting to see as close as they are. Normally when Campbell gets to 21st, they take the set. But Charleston Southern is not far behind them.
They've yet to drop a match when getting to 21st. Keep in mind, these teams have not lost many sets on the year.
And neither Charleston Southern nor Campbell have much experience with that.
Excellent dig. Sarvis got it up, no one there to help her out. Point Campbell.
That easy push right over there from the net from Campbell. Charleston Southern must have been expecting something a little stronger.
I love the pancake there from Sarvis. Ace for Claire Ann Fector.
And this is where those momentum changes can really make a difference. Getting a run late in the set.
Fector targets Sarvis. Back set Chara, that's off the net and down. Charleston Southern had not dropped more than 1 set coming into this match. They had a 3-1 win in game 2 against Winthrop. And here they are, their backs possibly dropping down 0-2 on the road.
Still a lot of volleyball to play.
Green, a tough return, forces Minor to bump it to Layla. And sneaks it through Thompson for the point.
The block was there, but went down on their side. Charleston Southern wasn't quite able to get it back over the net into Campbell territory.
Emily Mitter to serve, 2 points from the set. Campbell 2 aces, both in the second set. Thompson off the hands of Green. Nice dig by Gross. Green misses long and wide.
can make a strength and conditioning coach happy, but not necessarily Greg Roll and his crew.
And here comes Paige Rieger back in for Charleston Southern. The conference's leader in kills per set, has just 2 kills but 5 blocks tonight.
Charleston Southern is really going to need her defensive quality here as they try and catch up to Campbell at the net.
Wilson touched the net and found the floor. Not the swing she wanted, but that puts Campbell 1 point away from the set.
Absolutely. Rieger right there was just a few inches off of where the attack was going to be.
Haley Wilson with 3 kills, and that's not what she wanted to do. She wanted to beat Rieger. Got a lucky bounce off the net.
It doesn't have to be pretty if you get the point.
An ace in set 2. Layla Green gives Campbell a 2-0 lead as we go to halftime. Our timeout here in Gore Arena. Campbell 1 set away from the sweep here on ESPN+.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities.
In our state and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
In the last 10 years, Emerge Orthopedics has really been on the forefront of doing orthopedic urgent care. We realize that a lot of these accidents happen after hours, and patients want to get seen and get diagnosed and get taken care of. Emerge has a number of orthopedic urgent cares throughout the Triangle, and some of which are open 7 days a week, open till 9 o'clock at night, and that's been a huge benefit to patients. Patients routinely give us compliments on that and the care they receive there.
Crust is the most important part of stuffed crust. It's half the name. Papa John's crust is made from 6 simple ingredients. 7 if you count all this cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Papa John's is known for its crispy, fresh crust full of warm, fluffy pockets. And now they're known for stuffing those pockets with cheese. I love you, cheese. Get a new epic stuffed crust pizza with 1 topping for just $12. Papa John's.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities.
In our state and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
In the last 10 years, Emerge Orthopedics has really been on the forefront of doing orthopedic urgent care. We realize that a lot of these accidents happen after hours, and patients want to get seen and get diagnosed and get taken care of. Emerge has a number of orthopedic urgent cares throughout the Triangle, and some of which are open 7 days a week, open till 9 o'clock at night, and that's been a huge benefit to patients. Patients routinely give us compliments on that and the care they receive there.
Crust is the most important part of stuffed crust. It's half the name. Papa John's crust is made from 6 simple ingredients. 7 if you count all this cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Papa John's is known for its crispy, fresh crust full of warm, fluffy pockets. And now they're known for stuffing those pockets with cheese. I love you, cheese. Get a new epic stuffed crust pizza with one topping for just $12. Papa John's.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities.
In our state and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's both.
Here's your first half stats presented by ARC3 and Heather early on. Campbell dominating at the net with those kills, making life tough for Charleston Southern, digging out a bunch of shots tonight.
Absolutely. The comparison right there, more than double digits difference when you're looking between the two teams.
Why does this match matter? Well, in the Big South Conference, Charleston Southern's undefeated. Them and High Point are at the top. Campbell at 5-1 needs to continue winning. What have you thought of their performance here tonight?
They're performing as if they realize that they need to take this set, this match, this series. They're recognizing the importance of each of their sets because, as you said, both of these teams don't have that much experience losing sets this season. Every set matters.
We get ready for set 3. Campbell will serve first. In fact, these teams have combined to lose just 4 sets coming into this match over 9 matchups. And David McFatrick called this a huge step for his program with that 4-0 start, maybe overachieving a bit, but he loves the camaraderie of this group and knows how battle-tested they are.
Absolutely. It's a very important season to come together through all the trials that 2020 and 2021 have brought.
That misses out. Chara's first swing. She's been the top dog for the Buccaneers tonight. 7 kills on 21 attempts. Thompson and Chara each have 20 attempts. For Campbell, much more balanced. 4 players with at least 10 swings. Good bump to Chara. Mitter finds Green. And a double touch on the Campbell center. Here is Angelica Russen. She had 9 digs in her last match. Mitter to the floor, and Green clears it. Charleston in system to Chara. Now Kala on the bump set. Whoa, what a swing from Kala, touching the floor.
That rally definitely didn't start out the way that Campbell wanted it. A lot of off-balance attempts. Kala finished it.
8th kill for Sarah Collis, hitting .333 in this match. Everyone's trying to catch Claire Honan from Holy Cross, hitting .625 as a middle blocker, tops in the country. Kala got a good piece of that swing. Now in transition, back to her for the kill on the back line.
Defense, offense, Kala just did it all right there in that play.
I was waiting for you to say special teams. As here's Layla Green to serve it up. Campbell won the first 2 sets, 25-20 and 25-21. Indigo Young, dug out by Fector. Cook off the hands of Young. Kala gets a piece of McFatrick, and Campbell a 4-1 start in the 3rd. The block was dominant for Charleston in that first 2 sets. They had 6 blocks. A little different story here in the 3rd.
Very different. They're allowing more play within the court, allowing a little longer attacks from Campbell.
Tough serve for Sarvis. So Char has to hit on the run, but Mitter, a bit off balance, point Charleston Southern. Talk about giving away easy and free points. That's a prime example right there.
Yes, that did not go to the draw on that play for either team, it looked like.
2 years ago, this Charleston Southern team set a program record, 8 conference wins in 2018. Already halfway there through the first 2 weeks.
Big South is only playing conference games this season, so.
Ooh, Chloe Cook off balance that time.
A few inches short of making it over the net.
A lot more than a few on that one. And here's Emma Minnick to serve. The setter who has the Radford High School record, 3,255 assists. Minner goes near side to Cook. That was a bit short of her target. Young off the hands of Kala. Thompson cross court, bumps the head of Wilson, and point Charleston Southern.
Thompson again has been very strong in that position right there. Again, it wasn't with her swing, but she did get it off the block. Got the point for her team.
Deep serve is out for Minnick, who has carried a lot of the load at the setting position for Charleston Southern. Down 2 setters for much of the year, and she stepped up in that role. Wilson targets McFatrick. Shara on the back set, and a point for Charleston Southern.
That was more of a reaction right there from Wilson rather than easy, controlled attempt to return.
She got beat down line for the kill, and we are tied at 5 as this is Ashley Holweger to serve. She led the state of Ohio in aces her junior and senior year in high school. Big reason why there. Green trouble with it. Kala forced to touch, which misses out. 3 straight points for the Buccaneers.
That was a good change-up, a good attempt for Campbell to try and play even with the ball not set exactly where they wanted it. But Charleston Southern is definitely taking this run. They now have the lead, as you say, and they don't want to drop another set.
They've only dropped 1 set all year coming into tonight with Holweger on the missed serve. We asked Coach McFatrick about that success and said, what's it all been? He said, we've been fortunate to be 4-0. We're not hitting on all cylinders just yet. How dangerous can this team be once they start playing well?
If this is them not hitting on all cylinders, then the Big South has a lot to worry about when they come up against them once they get fully charged.
Ananda Patterson plays the overpass for the point.
No one in Charleston Southern was there at the net to even respond to that. That was a very good look, very good placement from Patterson.
We asked Greg Gorel about his confidence rotating in middle blockers. He said Patterson just a step behind Page, but he loves implementing them both on this front line.
He said that he was very lucky and fortunate as well, have a lot of options.
That misses wide of the back line. Our near line judge there, Paula Boykin, thought about it for a moment. Point Campbell.
It's very fortunate for a coach to be able to rely on not just necessarily first string, but have a lot of depth to his bench.
In system, Young dug out by Maddie Miner.
Punch to keep it alive, free ball.
Transition Young, she finds the floor on the near line.
There's a lot of movement up there by the net, by Campbell, which left that hole wide open. Good court awareness by Charleston Southern.
Second kill for Indigo Young. This Buccaneer team, their best set, hitting 167 here in the third. Miner, back set to Cook. Off the hands of Rieger.
Great save.
Rieger the touch, Miner to the floor. Who's going to hit it over? That should have been a lift there for Holweger. Green off her hands. Miner is doing everything out there defensively.
She was all over the court right there, and mostly on the ground. But she definitely kept that rally alive for Campbell. Great effort.
Nice start to this third set for Charleston Southern. They have lost 6 of their last 7 in this all-time series. Melody Page in system.
It's a low set, but it was right where it needed to be to hit it right there in the middle of the court, put it down hard.
Page's third kill. 8 different players with points for Campbell tonight. Chloe Cook, the rocket serve at Holweger. Thompson, the back set, beats the double for the point. There's Thompson with her 6th kill. Greg Gorel told us coming in he wants Charleston Southern's best options to not hit to their favorite locations. How are they able to do that tonight?
They've been doing very well in previous sets, but right now, as we've seen, Peyton Thompson, she's very strong in that position right there.
Good touch down line for Green, adding to her kill total. She's got 8.
It's been a strong offensive position for Thompson, but defensive miss right there.
I got to add that to my vocabulary. Defensiveness, scrappiness, intangibility. Rieger shoots it long. No, oh, she didn't get a touch. Point Charleston Southern.
You were just trying to pull out all of your SAT words there, Evan.
I was making sure they were words. Game 1 of this 2-game series. Charleston Southern off to their best start in 5 years in the conference. That team went 6-0 to start the year, but struggled down the stretch.
Great dive.
Green into Rieger. And the middle blocker wins the battle.
Again, Rieger with her size there, her strength, brick wall. That's what Layla Green just ran into with her attack.
She leads the conference in points, kills, and blocks. Such a dangerous threat.
Bit selfish to take all those categories.
Green down line, beats Thompson and gets revenge on Rieger. Layla Green taking huge steps from the end of year 1 to year 2. What's impressed you about her ability to get these double-doubles here in her sophomore season?
She goes for her opportunities. She really takes just about every shot she can. She doesn't shy away from the net, even when there's a block there waiting for her. That's the kind of mentality that you need in a very strong attacker.
Layla Green 4 digs away from her 5th double-double of the year. We asked her if she liked the In-N-Out burger, which is known for their double-doubles. She's from California. She does not eat regular meat. More of a chicken fan, not a pure steak or beef fan.
A nice lean protein.
That's something like that as Wilson gets a touch at the net. Point Campbell. I'm a food connoisseur myself, so I will eat anything.
Not sure if that's a connoisseur, that's just a vacuum.
All in the same realm. There's Green to serve it up.
Light
Indigo
touch.
Young finds the floor. An off-balance touch, but it counts.
Cook tried to keep it alive.
And sometimes it's those crafty touches that are tough to defend.
Well, you're expecting such strong players to come out and just smash it. Sometimes it's a light touch. That's all it takes.
Strong serve from Minnick. Wilson punches it to the backside. Chara into the net. All tied at 13. Crucial point here in this third set, Heather. Campbell and Charleston Southern were neck and neck to the first 2 sets. Campbell had runs to win the first 2. What's going to take to decide a winner here in set 3?
At this point, it determines who takes the run. As we've seen, if Campbell's the first to take the run and get to 20, they're going to take the set. Charleston Southern is poised to not let that happen.
Kala on the back row does not get a touch. Point Charleston Southern.
Strong wind up. The angle just was a little bit out.
Kala 10 kills and 5 errors tonight. She's hitting .250. And here's Ashley Holweger, who was the heart and soul of this program. She was the only player left from when Coach McFatrick took over this program 2 years ago.
It's been a lot of turnover in just a short 2 years.
I guess his daughter as well, technically, but you know, that's here or there. Green punches it back across. Thompson into Green again. Third chance dug up by Campbell. Kala over, but out.
Now some good scrambling on both sides of the net. Both teams working very hard to keep that alive.
Timeout on the court. Charleston Southern leads by 2. They look to stay alive in this third set. Welcome back inside Gore Arena. Charleston Southern trying to avoid a sweep here in set 3. It's Ashley Holweger to serve. Kala goes over the double. Buccaneers defense much better in this third set, leading to a transition kill for Thompson.
That was a good attempt to get there and get that dive by Layla Green, but Thompson was very strong off of that back set.
Peyton Thompson hitting .333 on this young season, really playing well. Transfer from South Florida. Service error for Holweger. 5 service errors for Charleston Southern tonight. These are 2 of the top serving teams in the league, and a couple of mistakes early in these first 3 sets.
Going into this set, it was pretty even on errors for both service and attack between the teams.
Back set to Thompson. Nice cross-court swing for the kill.
Thompson has really been aiming for that middle back area, but that time she placed it almost right on the line with that cross-court shot.
Say it with confidence, Heather. She attacked the cross-court zone. Here's Elle Mcfatrick to serve. Charleston Southern needs this run to stay alive in the match. Minor, the bump set to Cook. Tough angle, no touch, point Buccaneers.
And it's also impressive that Charleston Southern didn't let the media timeout really hurt their momentum, because that was not a coach-called timeout. They had their momentum going, but it was an on-court timeout.
In this rotation, Kate Menz subs in for Campbell. And McFatrick was part of a huge stretch in the second set at the service line. It was a 6-0 run. Delivers a lollipop over. Cook on the backside puts it down. What adjustments does Greg Gorel have to make midway through this third set?
Right now, they need to get the tempo back. They did right there, responded with the easy tempo from Charleston Southern. And there was another service error for Campbell, giving it right back to Charleston Southern.
Momentum is fickle, and mistakes like that can cost you, especially against 2 quality teams in the conference. Here's Peyton Thompson to serve. Minor out to Green. Great dig by McFatrick, but it won't count. Point Campbell.
Thompson did try and make the hustle there for Charleston Southern. Ball didn't quite make it into the stands, but it tried.
That was a heck of a swing. And now Campbell down 3 in the third. Minnick goes middle to Rieger, who has been quiet tonight. Just 3 kills. She averages 4 a set for Charleston. Minor out to Green. Off balance touchdown line, picked up. Nanaseni into the net. A 3-0 run for Campbell.
That was very important for them to try and get that serve back, but the rally just didn't go the way for Charleston Southern. Campbell still has it.
Timeout, Charleston Southern. You see Greg Gorel's club dropping their first match this past weekend against Winthrop, but to their credit, a fantastic start. Best start since 2017. The assists per set are fantastic at 13 a set. What has made this offense so dynamic?
Absolutely. As you see, Chloe Cook right there. She's been very strong. 3-time freshman of the week. You started out with Sarah Kalla, preseason poll top. They have a lot of strength that they can build from.
Charleston Southern, another fantastic start as well. We mentioned Paige Rieger coming in, so dynamic, but tonight a little bit off in terms of her hit percentage. This team that is so balanced looking to get their offense going tonight.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, Rieger has been a little quiet, particularly in this set. But in the first 2 sets, she really came out strong in the back at the end of both of the 2 sets. That's when she really came through and tried to win it back for Charleston Southern.
Buccaneers are led by 9 kills by Dayana Charter. Campbell led by a balanced attack. Double figures for Green and Kalla. And a crucial point in this third set. Elle Mcfatrick to serve.
This is Campbell's chance to try and make it to that 20 again before Charleston Southern.
Blocked by Wilson, denying Rieger. That's a 5-inch mismatch in height, and Wilson's doing a good job.
She did not let it intimidate her there at the net. Wilson stayed strong.
Minnick in system to Rieger. Bumps to Patterson from the right side, finds the floor. Tied at 19.
Campbell's definitely creeping up, back on that 20 mark that we've talked about in all the other sets and so far this season.
And how about with this rotation, leaning on Patterson to sub in the front row?
As Coach Gorel had said, he doesn't really have a bad choice there, and he's using it.
On a tight set by Mitter, there's Haley Wilson to put it down. Excellent job by Maddie Minor.
Very strong showing on Campbell there. Thompson did try and make the dive to keep it alive.
A 3-0 run gives Campbell the lead. You see the kill there from Wilson. Now a chance in transition. Green cross court. Thompson into Fector. What a turning point in this third set. Mcfatrick cannot clean it up. The kill for Green.
Charleston Southern tried to get the officials to participate in the game there a little bit. More hands-on.
4-0 Campbell run, looking to close out this third set. Back set to Thompson. Green sitting on 11 kills. Give her 12 off the fingers of Rieger.
And the streak keeps going. This is critical right here in this third set.
Coach Mcfatrick knows it. Timeout, Charleston Southern. Well, Heather, Campbell has changed the tide of this match. 5 straight points, now putting the Buccaneers on edge in set 3.
They have definitely put them on the defense. Charleston Southern no longer is feeling that control in their attacks. They are having to respond and react to what Campbell is giving them. There's a lot of off-balance returns and attempts.
This match has a whole lot of meaning in the Big South Conference. High Point sitting all alone at 6-0. The Buccaneers, if they went out, a great opportunity here down the stretch. But Campbell knows, coming off their first loss, how critical this match is tonight.
Yes, they've already given up a loss this season. that was what they were allowed, and that's all that they're thinking that they're going to allow themselves from this point on. That's a mentality that they have to take into this set, this match, and for the rest of the season.
An incredible 2 weeks for Charleston Southern. They face Campbell tonight and tomorrow, then host High Point next week. So the Buccaneers have everything to play for these next 2 matches.
Yes, they want to go into the High Point series for sure, ready and strong off of wins here against Campbell, whereas Campbell wants to take back their sweeps.
These teams met in the Big South quarterfinals last year. Campbell won in straight sets. Might be a similar tone tonight as the Buccaneers have given up a 5-0 run. Gross the bump set to Green. Thompson, excellent dig, but a double touch. Critical error by Elle Mcfatrick, giving Campbell 2 points from the set. Nonaseni on the return, gets Rieger in system, and she's had no success in this match. But a ball into the net for Layla Green, point Charleston Southern.
Errors can go both ways. Momentum can swing just like that, just like we saw.
Keep in mind, Paige Rieger averages 4 kills a set. That's best in this conference. Tonight, just 3 kills total. How do they get her more involved?
For some reason, she seems to not be placed as well as she normally is. She's been just off the mark for some of her blocks.
Layla Green has had no trouble down the line for her 13th kill.
Campbell is definitely making Peyton Thompson work very hard in that spot, both offensively and defensively.
A 7-1 run sets up match point here in the third, and it's on the shoulders of Emily Mitter. Last chance for the Buccaneers. Rieger, cross-court swing. Wilson touches to the back line. And Rieger extends the match, 24-21.
Rieger is trying really hard to try and keep Charleston Southern alive right here. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out with Rieger heading to the bench at the moment.
Subs out in this rotation. So Angelica Russen to serve. Campbell for the match. Not yet. Double touch. Charleston Southern back within 2.
It's really hard to get the right players touching the ball when everyone is crunched right there in that one quadrant.
Timeout called by Greg Gorel and Campbell. This is the fight from the Buccaneers that Coach McFatrick mentioned to us into the week. Loves the scrappiness of this team, and here they are, Heather, on a 2-0 run, trying to extend this match to set 4.
Absolutely. They are trying to keep the run alive, get their streak going, because you do have to win by 2. And so if they keep catching up to Campbell, it's going to keep extending and potentially give them the momentum to flip it on them.
Campbell has not dropped a set coming into their last match. And we asked Greg Gorel, was that brought up at all? Was there anything addressed on Sunday? He said, nope, we just went back home, got a little night of sleep, and this team has looked ever focused and determined to take advantage of this 3-set match.
Yeah, Coach Gorel knew that his team was taking that loss as hard as they needed to. They didn't need to dig into it any further. They needed to just move on, get ready for the next series.
These teams return tomorrow night, and if we've learned anything in these back-to-backs, the adjustments are oh so critical as Charleston Southern backs against the wall here in set 3.
Oftentimes it's almost like a different team has shown up for the next set.
Comes down to this, the serve for Angelica Russen out of Poland, who in high school never had to serve. Liberos did not serve overseas, so she had a lollipop serve from day one, has gotten much better here in her career. Call for the match, there it is. Campbell back to its sweeping ways, taking out Charleston Southern in 3 straight sets.
Yep, that one loss was just a blip in their record right now. They're back to what they do best.
Campbell ended set 3 on an 8-3 run. And the Fighting Camels move to 6-1 on the year. A straight set sweep to close things out. For Heather Ireland and our crew in the trailer with Seth Baker leading the charge, I'm Evan Budrovich signing off from Bowie's Creek. You can watch a replay of this match on the ESPN app and ESPN.com. Tomorrow night at 2 o'clock, right back at it, Campbell and Charleston Southern as the Camels move to 6-1 in conference play.